Alright, welcome back, guys. I'm just going to check that my stream... Yeah, we are back up and running.
Loading in.
And this is going to be the second game between Yellow Solly Mid and Butt Buddies. For the Australian, this is game 2, quarterfinals. And this is going to be seeing who's advancing to the semis for this first Australian Dota 2 tournament.
Butt Buddies, of course, taking out the first game, so they're coming into this game with the will to win.
And apparently we come into this game with a little bit of walk in the box.
We do, that is true,
yeah.
but what? Yeah.
Just distracting and Bat Rider. They're not having any of that again.
No Bat Rider.
No Bat Rider. They definitely did not like those ganks coming out from that mid.
Very
that was
well.
Nevity mid.
I think that was really the best aspect of Yellow Solid Mid was their early ganks. That's really the time that I saw their team shine.
Yes, indeed. And I am going to put myself back on offline because I am being spammed, and that will be bad for the casting. And yet, there's a quick lifestealer ban out there. Just don't want to face that again.
Not that I have.
Yeah, well, they didn't want to. They banned it out last game as well.
They did.
So
Yes, that is
both
true.
times they didn't want to face it, and there's the next being banned out.
Along with Undying, as before.
Along with Undying as before. Still getting through is the Duxia. Not having a huge impact in that game with Clanks just really overpowering.
Oh yes, that's definitely the word to use.
Now, the question is, are they going to vary up their draft? Or because I think if they let Clanks through, it'll just be banned out if they don't go for a similar lineup.
Perhaps, but maybe they try and put Yellow Solid Mid try and pull in a counter to Clanks.
And they're very confident with their Wisp, Butt Buddies. So there it is.
It did certainly work out in their favour from last game. So
they certainly enabled them getting a couple of very good ganks off with the Sven, with the Wisp just jumping up all over that map, and just getting the jump on the Duxia. Often it was off that offline, a couple of times in the mid, and man, it just really started hurting. Especially once Clinks got his farm up. There was no ganks on that bottom lane, which was successful. And actually, no rotation at all coming out from Yellow Solid Mid to try and attack that Clinks.
Really giving up the bottom lane, so maybe they'll try and fix that this game.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to change things up a bit, because that was very decisive play, and I don't think they have. Yep, they forgot this. But Yellow Solid Mid being good.
Working into the reserve time now, or a third of the way through it, so putting some big thought as to their first two picks as to what they're going to do different, and perhaps are they going to do the same thing? Are they not?
Well, they tried last time going for that Shadow Demon with a delayed stunner, and that didn't really work out for them. And there we go. There is the Keeper of the Light with the Phantom Lancer, and now that is just a classic combo, which is just really painful to lane against. You just don't want to... And there is the Chaos Knight and the Mag. So we'll talk about these in a sec. The Chaos Knight and the Magnus in a sec. We'll just recover on those Keeper of the Light. Now, Coddle and PL, just together, they can just spam out their spells. They can have control of the lane. And there's that offlane Duxia.
Yellow Solid Mid obviously confident in their Darkseer. And for good reason, because Keeper of the Light, Darkseer, that is a good combo.
Yep. That
Illuminate, vacuum, that hurts a lot.
With Phantom Lancer illusions, just bashing on all the way around. When he gets the Diffusal Blade, or if he goes for the Radiance build, it's very painful. But Chaos Knight and Mag, now that is two great targets for the Wisp to buff up.
Either or.
Yeah,
I think Chaos Knight would be the more likely pick, not having a blink or skewer, obviously.
True.
I mean, yes, he has Reality Rift, but it really needs to be a lot closer to be able to use that effectively. Especially
early. But now there's pushing down into the reserve time here for this first ban. They're not exactly sure where they're going with that. But this is a very different lineup coming out for this game, which I'm actually happy about. And yes, they do not have a mid, but neither do Butt Buddies. Unless Mag is going to go mid. I mean, he can go mid.
He can. It doesn't seem like the best pick, but we'll have to find out. It could go many ways at this point, which is probably beneficial of their drafting. So
it's true. I mean, I mean, that skewer has been nerfed, and so he's no longer that favourite offlane, which has been very popular in
last few months.
Before that patch. But now this mag has just been... He's not quite sure where he's going. Is he going in mid? Is he going in offlane? Obviously, the Wisp and the CK are going to be together. Unless the Wisp is doing mid, something silly, something crazy. But that is fairly predictable, and you got to say that the Coddle PL lane is pretty much what's going to happen. And they, again, the Windrunner being banned out.
Yeah. So... Just don't like a Windrunner, obviously.
Yeah, they obviously don't think that Mag is going offlane, which is probably fair enough, really. He's probably not going mid. He's probably going mid.
I would be a bit surprised to see Wisp, Chaos Knight, Magnus tri-lane. That would be surprising to me.
No, that wouldn't happen, and that's a TA ban. So they just don't want him playing against any of these really strong solo mids. I mean, obviously, with Batrider already being banned out, they just want to give the Mag as much chance as possible, but I do not like his chances.
Well, potentially they could even put Darkseer in mid, and that would be a good choice against the Magnus.
And yet, there's the Clinks ban. They definitely don't want to face that again. But I think this is going for a slightly different lineup. I mean, they still don't have their offlane, but there's coming out the Tide ban. Obviously, not wanting to go for it. Enigma's still in the pool if they want to go for the ulti combo.
I think that's actually more of a solo mid counter ban, because if yellow solo mid pull in a Tide mid against Magnus, that makes it very hard for him to last hit. Makes it very hard for him to harass him out of the lane.
You know, channeling some of that China melee on melee.
That's right.
Which is very popular right now. But yes, they definitely did not want to face that Clinks again.
For good reason. For good reason.
Really controlled that game. But now, what is Freebird and Neverdeep thinking?
Not long in the reserve time left. Less than, or exactly half left. So
yeah. Cut down on this time, but again, they've just got the last two picks, which they probably will be natural with the mid and the offline, and one of their extra supports.
Lena.
And that was interesting.
Not sure why, really. I mean,
well, obviously he's got a fair bit of AoE, and I'm not sure why they didn't ban that out. That seemed very obvious for me. They were going to go for Enigma. The double ulti combo is just going to hurt, and that maybe is why. If Magnus or Enigma miss Rubik, he's just going to steal those ultis up, and then he's just going to be careful. I mean, the Mag can cast Shockwave afterwards and, make sure that it doesn't get stolen, but yeah, Enigma does not have that luxury.
Not with a challenging spell, no, that's true. But we'll have to wait and see how good the Enigma is, how good the Rubik is.
Indeed.
We'll find out.
Comes down to positioning. But with the Darkseer as vacuum, maybe could put him out of position.
That is a good point. We shall find out.
So it depends on how these reverse polarities that come out from Mag. Obviously, he's going to be the initiator unless Enigma can get in early with a blink, going in the jungle. We have seen a couple of Enigmas go offlane, but I would probably not say that would be the case. But they could have just abandoned this lane and just pick up another jungle, or just do stacks and pullings. And there's a lone druid, which is still in the pool. I can't believe I did not see that one. After the last two games we casted, we're just dominated by a lone druid, and wow, that is a lot of push when you think about the CK and the Wisp.
That's a lot of carry potential as well.
With the lone druid and Enigma, this could be going quite late, and there's a Beastmaster pick for perhaps mid. Perhaps mid to counter out that Magnus.
Perhaps.
I'd say that's mid because nobody's picking it up again.
Could also be defensive trialing if they want to run that.
I'd probably say that they'll probably be going for a normal defensive trialing with the Rubik, Phantom Lancer, and Coddle. With the offline Darkseer and the Beastmaster mid, I'd say that's what they would be pulling off.
That would seem to be the logical choices.
And Butt Buddies just picking up Freebird's favourite Wisp, and Pulpleaser just dropping onto the Lone Druid. He seems to be very confident with his offlane play. And that's probably going to mean Enigma's going to be in the jungle, maybe? He's hiding out in the jungle.
Leaving Mag in mid.
And people are buying up. So let's just cover that. We've got Dr. Choi on the Magnus, and he is maybe going mid. Maybe there's a pause coming out there. And Pulpleasia, as I said, is on the Lone Druid. Oh, not prepared.
Right. Get with it.
Not prepared. Come on, go before we play. And Chaos Knight is being played by the Idris?
Trent. What
My
are you
reading
saying?
skills. My reading skills. And Chigga 520.
Should I recall that? Uterus?
Uterus? Yeah. Uterus.
Except there's no R in it.
Uterus.
There's no R, Trent.
Uterus.
Alright.
Maybe you're a wuss, Mitchell.
Whatever. Moving to the Radiant side, we have Puddinghead on the Rubik, and Roydzy on the PL. Played baseless last game. Nevdi is playing Beastmaster, going Axes first.
Rushing that bottle as well, only picking out two branches.
2G branches, very fast bottle rush. And Katy Perry, Keeper of Light, support. And NEV on Darkseer again.
Yeah, he just doesn't give any Vs. He can take all of them. And we're going to unpause there. Hopefully, okay. Maybe not.
Almost, maybe.
Not there
yet. No.
Well, take advantage of the breaks,
I suppose you want one pause rather than three.
I mean, that's what I'm doing too,
So it looks like we've got some wards. Some wards on Wisp. And that's it, really. I mean, we don't have any wards on the bear. Nothing on the bear quite yet. And Sentry is coming out on the Rubik.
Just making sure that they don't want to get blocked up again.
Yeah, going trial lane, defensive trial lane at the bottom. They need their camps to be able to pull and all of that. So Sentry is coming handy there.
And yep, good luck cleaning happens. Better go catch it. Maybe not. Moving straight towards their lanes. And is this happening? Is this a dual mid? Is this a dual mid? I have not seen this in a long time. This is going to be very fun. Yeah, it's going to be a dual mid coming out from Freebird.
I don't know if Beastmaster really knows what's in for him in that lane.
Yeah, he's going to be probably very surprised when the mag is going. He's going to be probably going solo, looking with all the clarities that Enigma has. So they're going to be running a double solo lane, and they're probably going to be spotted out here. Double solo lane, and yep, they're going to say hi. They might know what's happening up here, and they could be. Yep, ping's coming out. Warding happening there. So that is going to be a very interesting lane matchup. And I'm not exactly sure. Man, this is going to be an interesting game. We said they needed to do something different. I'm going to check that on. And I'm going to check that on. It's going to be a very interesting setup. And lucky that Rubik was a little bit earlier with his rotation. Could have chucked him up onto the cliff. Not that the tether would probably be able to get him down. But they've obviously seen Wisp with that double damage.
Chaos Knight staying very well hidden in the early scouting phase.
And now he's going to have to reveal himself. Beastmaster realised that he's going up against the dual mid. And I'm not sure if he's happy or what he's expecting. And this is going to be a try at maybe first blood, but it doesn't get the tether out. But he's just going to have to be very, very safe. And they're just really going to shut down his mid. And just hope that by the time that they're farmed up, and there's
another pause. What's going on? Lag now.
Lags. But this is going to be a mag and a Darkseer.
I have to feel that the Darkseer seems to be in a bit of an advantage in this lane.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely more an advantage for the Darkseer against the mag. He has to come into melee range unless he's last hitting with Skewer, but he doesn't quite.
With what? Sorry, Trent.
With Skewer, last hitting with Skewer apparently. Last hitting with Shockwave. Running away with Skewer maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, he's going to have to be kind of careful. And Lloyd Drew just revealing himself up. Yep, he's going to be in this bot lane. He's got wards on him in case he wants to get the bear to go block these camps. And we're just going to resume right here with the PL getting up some last hits on this bottom line. And yep, I think they're a little bit surprised by the fact that they're going this dual mid strat. I don't know how they're going to be able to answer this this surprise strat really coming out. I did not see this coming.
Especially with Beastmaster not having much in his inventory going for that bottle rush. Not really being able to get in position to even get any last hits to the point, having to rely on his level 1 axes. Only 90 mixed damage coming from them, so we'll see how well he does.
Well, he should be able to at least get one last hit per axe, but he doesn't have that much regen to be able to spam them out.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, when we say that much regen, we actually mean 0 regen, because he doesn't have any mana regen on him whatsoever, just waiting for that bottle. And that is just the power of the Wisp mid with those Wisps.
Ironically,
just, making sure that you can't really get in lane, and that's what he has to wait for, that double last hit. And there's his bottle. And that's probably going to allow him to at least spam out those axes, maybe go into lane a little bit more, but he's going to have to make sure he gets every single rune. And there's a double pull coming out now from the Rubik. And they've eaten through this tree here, so they should be able to get the secondary pull coming across there. And just done some scouting with a bear. Just, I see what's going on here. One druid knows what's up. And the Wisp just hanging back a bit, eating some tangos. Probably should tether back up. Probably enough regen.
Beastmaster taking a fair bit of harassed in mid lane.
And PL just getting a little bit harassed by that lone druid. And they found his bear. Just managed to steal the creep wave a little bit. That's why he sent that bear around. And wow, Rubik just going, oh, I did not want to be taking any attack damage from this lone druid. The bear is probably not obviously going to do much this early, but man, later on in that game, he cannot afford to make those mistakes.
Well, Rubik only really has 570 health, so there's really not a lot of damage that he can afford to take at this point in time.
And it looks like there's going to be a gank coming. No, he just had a peek. And Ian's just farming up this jungle. Just trying to save. I probably think he should go a Soul Ring or something just to keep his mana up. And these last hits obviously going to be inflated because he's in the jungle, but he's doing quite well in that jungle. And he's just keeping up with the Phantom Lancer in that bottom lane, being supported by the Coddle. And that is First Blood mid, which I missed, and that is Beastmaster.
I didn't even see that.
Getting some axes out. And that
is
is...
Chaos Knight, wow.
Oh yeah, on Chaos Knight, getting some axes out.
That's a tough call.
Well, he got level 3 axes, he got that level 5, and then he just threw it out. Didn't quite have enough regen, just like stay in there. I'm 50% Mitch, 50%.
That's
Could be less bad.
Yeah, definitely be less bad.
Shout out to Tom if he's watching. Could it be less bad? Whenever I make mistakes, that's just what he says to me. And this Darkseer just dominating this mag in lane. Up to 16-1 now with the mag, only 13-5. That's not going to be that much of an issue late game. Really, the Darkseer really kind of wants to get that farm up, just so he can initiate it a little bit more. But mag also needs that Blink Dagger just to get those RPs off. Especially, yeah, there's the Soul Ring. Thought I saw a Soul Ring coming. I felt it.
Or did you feel Darkseers?
Sorry, did I feel what?
Darkseers. Yeah, there's Soul Ring as well, so, Soul Ring coming along all over the place.
Lots of Soul Rings.
You never know. Chaos might even get a Soul Ring.
Yeah, maybe Sven last game was thinking about a Soul Ring.
Maybe he was.
If you guys have seen DDT vids or watched any of our games. And Nevity just really quite confident now. He's got that first blood. He's building towards his treads. He's bottle crawling at the moment as well. I think he missed out on that rune, unfortunately. So rune's going slightly in favour of this Wisp, and that really needs to be a lot quicker. But this is dangerous if he went in, which he did not. Slight miscoordination. They really have to pull that combo off. The tether stun really needs to be there, with obviously Chaos Knight being put around to the other being put down to the other side.
More pausing.
And I cannot draw when
it's paused.
It's paused. which is frustrating. But yeah, he really needs to tether up just before he's going to do that reality rift, just so he can get that stun up. That initial tether stun, get a little bit of hit, max the time to disable, and it just didn't really end up happening.
Yes. You've got to improve that. But really, I think that their only objective at the moment is to get Chaos Knight some good farm to start with.
And he's doing alright. He's on 28 for 9. He's doing better than the Darkseer top lane. But really, can he outfarm this PL?
Probably not. Probably not while they're laning, I have to say. Because that Coral combo means that there's just so much harass coming out for them onto the Lone Druid.
And if Lone Druid gets caught out by a Rubik, just wrapping around, grabbing him up with the telekinesis, throwing him back down, just straight into the mass spam of Spirit Lance and the Coddle Blast, Illuminate, it will be very ugly indeed. Poor Bill not wanting to look at himself after that one. A little bit messed up, and that is the roar coming out of him, the Beastmaster, using that bottle, and he's just being held there. Check him up. Ah, yes! And he should just break him back. But and it gave him the rune. Good work there from the Rubik.
Also, we have a triple stack in the neutrals right there.
Thank you.
Triple stack.
Thank you.
And a blocked camp as well. So they're having to rely on these other camps if they want to pull.
Well, I don't actually think they'll be able to pull that. That probably wouldn't happen. They do have sentry wards, so they could just de-ward it.
It's just, yeah. They might be able to pull across there, potentially.
They would have to clear out trees.
Yes, if they wanted to.
Considering Beastmaster is still in mid, I'd probably say that's not going to happen. Just harassing up again with those wild axes, he could probably initiate with a roar. You could just run up to him, roar him in the face. But he's going to go back and just regen. Double damage run. Enigma has Black Hole now, he's level 6. So he's going to be rotating up to go on this Darkseer. And Mag also has level 6, but Darkseer, he's going to see him. That ward freshly planted, well not quite freshly planted, but relatively new. Was able to see him, and is he going to try and go on him? And I am having mass frame rate issues. There we go, and we're back into it. And he's going to Black Hole, goes in for the skewer.
And shockwave somewhere.
Or he's going to let him get away to the creep wave and juke him. And he gets
the
on the very edge. Just had enough mana.
Saved it. Make sure he knew where he was going.
Yeah, he definitely didn't want to miss that stun. Because that would have just been, a little bit more good micro coming out from the Enigma. But he probably really shouldn't have tried to go on the Enigma. I mean, he knew that both ultis are up. If they really wanted to, he could have died much more easily. Probably a bad decision coming from that Darkseer.
Yes, well, we'll find out if he can come back from that.
Indeed.
And we got a group up for this mid lane, maybe?
Possibly, but Rubik. Oh no, Coddle's just thinking, yeah, I'm just going to let him pull around. The PL's still here.
Oh, cover your eyes. Dire's bottom tower is taking
But this is the only way that Lone Druid's being able to get farm. It's been by pulling around the tower. Pulling around this area back here where he doesn't really feel like being. He doesn't really want to be there. Easy ganks. And so he's just having to, sit back. He's on low health. He's just regenning slowly with that Ring of Regen. And mid lane. Gank finally coming out there, and that is going to be both of them dying. Yes. And that is the power of Coddle ganking. And missed out on the first Wisp death, but we got the other. Missing quite a few of these. And I think Mag is just saving. I don't know if this is a wise move. There's not that much mana coming out from Team Butt Buddies. And so I don't know if he'll be able to, continuously fight, spam those shockwaves in.
He does have the arcane boots though, so maybe that's what he's relying on.
I don't know if that's quite enough of the spam that they might need to keep out this Phantom Lancer, because these illusions are just going to keep on creating. He's got a double walk, he's got the Spirit Lance, he's got one level on Juxtapose. And when these illusions start really just overwhelming, they really want that shockwave spam just to be able to come out and just harass them down and get them down, and be able enable them to just kill off that Fan Lancer push, and then just initiate back with their own.
Indeed. Now, still got 3 in mid. Don't know if they're trying to go again or just giving Beastmaster a chance to farm. So, but we'll find out. I think keeping their heads in the cover there behind the trees, so maybe trying to be a bit stealthy.
Yeah, they're trying to be sneaky. They do have the smoke up on the Rubik. I think they may be looking for a chance, and there's the smoke. And are they going to be going mid? But they're relocating up onto top lane with Enigma being there for that kill, and that's a very easy kill. And are they going to push, or are they just going to...
I think they're just going to pull back. They're not very healthy at the moment, so
and
maybe heal up.
And if they're still in smoke, he's been revealed. But it's nighttime, so he's only just seen him, and that should back out. And they're going to try and go in for this. Probably should tether up. And he's going to be able to get it. Oh, coming out now. And that is going to be a very dead.
There we go.
Very, very dead.
Safe in the end.
And that is a black hole on top lane. And that is going to be Enigma falling, but he's going to be so close. Yes, he just manages to get him out with a couple of seconds left. Oh no, that's just my screen bugging. the
Eidolons and Malphus.
Malphus done. Doing it right now.
Yep.
Miscalling things. Just being able to just throw him in, and he is going to be going for that early diffusal blade. So he's revealing his strat out now. Considering they don't have that many mana boots out, this could be a good strat. But he does not have. He did have lots of early farm, but not many early kills. So he's probably not wanting to go for that Radiance. Oh, and that is an Entangle out. But I don't know if he has any vision, so he could doppelwalk out. No, he has no mana. Risky plays there.
Lucky Entangle, I have to think.
And that is another Entangle.
Another Entangle, wow.
And wow, the light coming out for this lone druid. Wow. And oof, that's a hurting eliminate. And TP, and that is going to be a very dead as a law. And he managed to steal the Chaos Bolt.
The stun. That's probably what he wanted out of that in terms of spells, but it's not what they wanted out of that in terms of kills. Definitely not.
And that is the PL and Coddle both falling. Lots of these kills just going up now. Just putting that on there for you guys. And yeah, you can see the effect of that. These Radiant just coming out, just falling away.
I have to say, Butt Buddy's looking a lot more like they were last game now. Getting a bit more coordination up. That relocate to bottom lane was perfectly timed.
Indeed, and Yellow Solo mid. I think they're kind of worried about this one. They've got to be a little bit careful. And even though they call themselves Yellow Solo mid, I didn't see that cutoff. He wasn't there.
He was not solo mid, that is true. He, however, was dead.
Indeed, and that's just going to put a dent in PL's farming, and that's going to let this lone druid just go, yep, do you know what, I can take you now.
He's got his tranquil boots finally, so that's what he needs. The All of Venom also on his bear, along with boots and stout shield.
And that is another kill which we're missing on that top lane. And that's Blink Dagger up now for the Magnus. So that's what he was saving for. He was just saving for that. And that's also obviously the mech coming out now for the Enigma with that Soul Ring. And they're going to push that lane. And now quickly dropping back to bot lane. And that was a quick TP and a very easy kill on Rubik and the PL. And they're just dominating all over this map now. This is the presence of Wisp.
Yes, especially with that Entangle being so powerful, we can't get away from that.
And he's been very lucky with his Entangles.
Oh yes.
They've been really actually helping him out, getting him quite a few kills. And they're just going to have to maybe try and trade somewhere. But this is going to be a very easy tower.
feeling pressure on all lanes at the moment.
And that is a good fortification. And there is the roar out. And PL's back in. And he's going to try and get the tower. And it's been denied. And he's going to die. And that is probably not a very good trade. They got the deny out and the kill on the Lone Druid. Finally, that's what they really needed.
Yeah, I think Lone Druid knew he was going to die there, so he tried to get what he could.
And Darkseid just needs to be a little bit careful. He realizes that Mag has Blink. And they're just keeping up some support now, just making sure. But this is probably not when you want to initiate. Even though there's a cuddle there, that double lane is just going to really hurt.
Dire's bottom tower is taking a drubbing.
And nobody just defending up this mid.
In place.
Now, bottom lane looks like it's going to take a fall on that first tier 1 tower.
Yeah, it is, but it looks like this is going to be a dead Darkseid trying to go in for the Enigma, being in a little bit in the wrong spot, and that is going to be in TPing out. Yeah, he's going to get out. They're not wanting to go for that one.
While that was happening on top, Chaos Knight and Wisp relocated into the bottom lane and killed off Rubik. So, probably extending a bit too far then. Although, not that there's much you can do when there's a relocate on the opposing team.
This is getting very, very scary now indeed. There's lots of relocate kills, and there is a
Skewer, Shockwave.
Shockwave getting out the stun, but he's coming back in.
He stole the Chaos Ball again.
And there's PL going in, but he gets the black hole. Gets stepped back in. Wisp is there. Gets a kill on the PL. After the PL pulls off the mag, he could not get reverse polarity off. And that is probably not a worthwhile fight. And now Rubik's going to drop as well. And this is going to be a top tier, tier 1 on top lane. And this is going to be Darkseid probably dropping here as well. They're probably going to die for this one.
Overcharge.
Overcharge. Just trying to get those last hits. And there's the stun.
Tether stun.
And then he drops.
3 left second stun as well.
And that is probably not where Nevity wants to be right now.
Definitely not.
He blinks out, but he's still going to maybe chuck in some axes. But Mac, and I think he actually misses most of them.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
But they're going to trade now. This is what the Lone Druid does best. While they're, while they're on one lane, they're going to be able to pick up another tower, not trade, sorry, just split push all the way down their lanes while they're dying. And the real reason why this is happening is there's not much money up on the supports, as you can see. Money graphs all going in favour of the Dire.
Is under attack.
And mid slowly being pushed out now by the Magnus as well. And it's really that jungle Enigma playing as a support initiator, getting that back up.
Now he's got his blink as well.
Getting his blink. Now that's going to be a very scary combo.
Indeed. Along with the Wisp and Chaos Knight.
And Rubik not being able to get up his mech yet. He's only got up boots and wand. And that is not what he really wants to see. Mech also probably going out on the Keeper of the Light. But he doesn't have that yet either. So they have the advantage on their support heroes and their carries, with the PL just not doing quite enough. And yep, there's the drop again.
Relocate. That's what happens. You just got to be really careful on your timing.
And they're doing brilliantly with their timing. Rubik stealing off the Shockwave. And Nevity maybe going in a little bit too far. And he just misses with a skewer.
So Rubik's got Shockwave at the moment. Not really what he wants, but still useful.
And they're going to be able to get this bot lane. Unless they're tipping back. Yeah. There's TP's coming in now. Couple of rotations. And yep, they realise they're pulling back. Drum up now. On the CK.
Radiant's middle tower.
Lone Druid is building towards maybe a Mjolnir.
Pressure all over the map. Mid tower. The thing is blinking in. Trying to bait something. He does not have black hole yet. Another 40 seconds.
Still on cooldown. And PL just checking in some harass. But Tether up on the Enigma, just trying to heal him up a little bit more. Make sure he can go back into the fight. And he's jumping in on the Rubik, and that is going to be a dead Rubik. And just gets hit with that Illuminate spam. But that's not really going to do that much when there's a mech up on the team. Obviously it doesn't share the same cooldown. But really, you gotta be afraid of this lone druid push and the team fight.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And the team fight just coming out of Butt Buddies is just really quite impressive. Obviously, with the mag and the Enigma just getting that initiation off, and then just letting this their carries just bring him down. Wisp being able to teleport across the map. Could probably get a kill on top tower on that Darkseer if he wishes, but they're going to try and go on this middle tower.
Yeah, they want to end it while they can, while they press their advantage.
I mean, you really, well, and that is all of the Eidolon's dead. Eidolon, sorry, just dying off there from the Coddle Blast, and that is annoying for the Enigma, and that's going to harm their push, and they really want this bear down, but it's not going to be enough. The bear doesn't actually have that much on it. Now it does. It has the Maelstrom on there, building towards that Mjolnir later on.
Classic build.
Classic build. We saw this last night as well. And there's an RP on 2. And that's stolen as well. And the mag slightly out of position. Going in now. And the Rubik manages to RP both the Wisp and the CK. And the Wisp falling now. Sacrificing the Darkseer. And there's an Enigma going back down over here. Coming out from the Roar. From the Beastmaster. Nevity just taking that one down. And that was not a very well coordinated fight at all. And that's Nevity finding out the CK, which is not what they wanted to see. And that is going to be and he misses the axes. But Manalik. And there should be a kill. It's only level 1 by the looks of that stun. Yep, level 1. And there's a blink. And that's him out. And PL chasing up the mag. And this could be a good, very good comeback. This is not what Butt Buddies wanted to see. They've only not lost their lone druid, and he's back to farming, and he should probably run from there. And this is getting pretty scary. They should be able to push out a lane or something, but there's TPs coming out from.
Only having one tower down, it really makes it hard for them to do anything truly significant against Butt Buddies at the moment. But just have to really wait and see. At the moment, it's just really delaying their push, because Lone Druid doesn't really need a team to push. He just needs a distraction.
And that was a very easy kill.
The Dire's poor top tower.
And that is going to be
drawing nigh.
No, it is not going to be, and that's not very dead Darkseer. And that's the relocate power with a couple of TPs, and that was cancelled from the mid.
That was cancelled from Magnus. He's heading bottom.
He's gonna farm up that bottom lane. And was decided not to bring that CK back. He's almost got his BKB up. Only 200 gold remaining on that. And Beastmaster trying to build towards that. He could go for a Shiva's, or he could also go for the AC. For his team.
I think AC would seem to be a more logical choice at this point, especially with Lone Druid and the Magnus as well.
Indeed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And it's really hard to push up against this Keeper of the Light, and then there's the power of the Cuddle. And they really haven't used that to their advantage so far. But now, and they find the Lone Druid. Roar goes up, but the Tether is in. Can he be able to heal him in time? No, I think this is going to be Lone Druid dropping. And this is the power of the PL once he's got up his Diffusal Blade. And that is a very good kill. On Butt Buddies, off lane carry, Lone Druid. And this is the power of PL.
He's got Yasha as well now. So
he's got Yasha as well.
Starting to get some bigger items.
And Butt Buddies, I feel this game is just slowly edging away from them, even though they have a very impressive lead. 1,000 gold. 1,000 XP, sorry, and 750 gold, 7,500, and that's just pulling away. And I don't know how long they'll be able to hold on to this unless they do a couple of good team fights.
Maybe
that last one.
Maybe take a Roche. Roche might be a good move for one of these teams very soon.
And I think we're just scouting that up, just making sure. But yeah, this is not really what they wanted to do. They really need to push out their early advantage.
Yeah, they've got these two tier 2 towers of Yellow Soul mid. We've got the mid one, it's 375 health, and the bottom one, 454 health. So not very strong, but they're still standing, which is the main thing at this point in time.
And yep, here comes the Roche out now. Oh no, they're just going to gank. Or they're planning wards first, and yet they just don't want to be seen. Just denying them vision, making sure, you know what, I don't want you to be able to see us when we go in. And we'll see you, but they're definitely going in now. And can the Enigma micro his creeps? No, he cannot. Oh, yes he can. They're going to get out, but he is running away. Going to buy something from the shop. And this is going to be a very quick Roche, and there's not much which they want to do about this.
We got the Beastmaster Hawk in there, getting killed off by the Wisps, in fact.
Not quite, almost getting killed off by the Wisp.
There
we go. And it's down. And there's probably... Oh, that was a great blink. Great blink from Nevady. Just easily getting that. Trying to get the Chaos Bolt again, and he does, but he does not turn, and there's a 3-second stun. And Mag's trying to get a reverse polarity on 3. Shockwave's out, and that is going to be a dead...
Black Hole as well.
Black Hole as well. And that is going to be Yellow Soul mid, losing 3.
Losing 4. Darkseer went in there at the end. I'm not sure if he should have done that.
And that is Beastmaster just
Beastmaster
out,
yep.
not wanting to be there.
Getting
and that's
out.
going to be for the price of a bottom racks.
Bottom racks, maybe?
I reckon they're going to be able to push this out.
Well, they do have another 15 seconds until some of these supports back up, so maybe.
I'm not sure if anyone has buyback.
Oh,
and
pause.
another pause.
Wow.
Another pause coming up. And only the Beastmaster has the buyback as well as the PL, but I don't know if they both can do that. He's frozen.
But Buddy's apparently going to be good blokes here and let Nevd, which with a bit of
I think they're just going to kill him.
No.
They're just going to kill
him. I think they're being butt buddies.
Oh no, they decide to let him go. Last minute they're like, nah, we're going to let you go. You know,
just make sure he knows what's happened.
He's like, yeah, we could have killed you there. Just yep, that could have happened. They decided to be good blokes.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to get the racks there, Trent.
Yeah,
10 seconds isn't quite enough to take down T3 and racks.
Tier 3 and racks, yeah, I guess. But I was just thinking that push was just going to last out after that team fight. But I was obviously wrong.
Well, they were pushing without the creep wave there, you see. That was the thing.
Indeed.
Now just spreading out back amongst the lanes again. And Nimba going back jungle by the looks of it.
PL's scouting him out.
He's got Necro up as well now, so more micromanagement units, just what you need, isn't that right, Trent?
All of the micro, those perfect micro skills.
Yeah, exactly right.
You don't want to be on the end of receiving those. But they've finally got their mech up, which is something they've been missing for a while. And Nevady is definitely going towards the AC now. He's got his Hyperstone up, trying to carry for his team. But that is the BKB coming out from the Chaos Knight. So he's not going to be able to be stunned during that fight, except by the Roar, of course.
He's still got the Aegis as well, so they should probably be using that pretty soon. Halfway through the Aegis time at the moment.
Yeah, indeed. And it's just being healed up full mana. This is the power of the Coddle.
Yellow Soul mid gripping up in mid lane. I don't know whether they want to do something or they're just being careful of the push from butt buddies, but we'll see. I mean,
I think butt buddies really need to push their advantage here. I mean, all of their ultis are on cooldown. Well, the important ones are. The RP just coming off cooldown. But reverse polarity is still on cooldown.
Yeah,
I mean, oh my gosh, Black Hole is what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about,
Reverse
Trent?
polarity just coming up.
Taking out the Hawk there, Wisp, very good. I think at the moment the biggest hope for Yellow Solar mid is the PL. Really, they've just got to turtle until he can pretty much take out the whole team. That's what they're trying to do at the moment.
If you watch the DDTDota game against Gamers Uni, you can see the power of PL getting that 3 rampage. If you just let him farm, it gets very, very dangerous. And they're not really wanting to let him have this mid tower, but that lone Druid Bear, he's getting it, but deny.
He's determined. It's down.
Lots of denies this game. Rubik got a deny just then. Wisp denied this mid tower. Beastmaster TP'd and denied tier 1 tower on bot. They've been very, very quick with those. As they probably need to be.
Now
and TP going on this PL, and that is a dead PL.
That was the last thing that Yellow Solo Mid wanted at this point.
And that is really going to put lots of pressure on them now to be able to hold off this push. And honestly, I don't know if I can see them doing it. I mean, they had a couple of good team fights, which they managed to, take them all out and have them on the run.
I think, yeah, the scoreline is looking awfully similar to the last game, I have to say. Now, double damage rune, bottom rune. Who knows who's going to take it? Hey, Chaos Knight.
No, he's still got 30 seconds on that. And Peel is trying to get back some farm. Not happy about that. Just instantly buying back. Trying to get some farm back on him as they just kill those ancients. Killing off the Hawk again. Just constantly feeding it. And that's the problem with the Hawk. It can be hit by spells.
That's right. However useful it is, money to the other team is not quite what you want.
And yet Enigma definitely having more micro now with that Necronomicon up, as Mitch said before, but really this is a pretty unstoppable push which they're forming up now, and that is a DC from Mag. So we're just going to pause the game and just wait for him to come back, obviously.
Plenty of pauses this game, I have to say.
Lots of pauses indeed. And really, Yellow Solo Mid, it's got their backs against the wall, from Bud Buddies.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Not trying to defend against Direct. Not wanting to get any more tears or any more or any pressure on the bases. And we're losing it here. But they can really push out.
Yes.
They can really deny this push with the Coddle and those axes, but this is just going to have to turtle. And really, they can't afford to let that PL die. They cannot let that happen. And the more that happens, the more that they let this slip.
Yeah, that's right. It's literally the last thing that they want. Literally.
And that's the problem with the split push or the turtling aspect, is that you have to let your one not get die. And I think that, I don't know if they dusted him, but if he got a double walk off, I think it was just perma-stunned. But he needs to be a little bit more careful, and yep, being spotted, and Shockwave missing this time.
I think really to the advantage of Butt Buddies is the Wisp and CK combo, because if PL does end up pushing a lane, farming, trying to get some items back, they can literally be there in 3 seconds.
And Coddle just stepping up a little bit too far. But they do have Darkseer, just dropping the wall, but that is going to be easy tier 3.
So that's it for their exterior towers at this point in time.
And those illusions from the Darkseer wall, just harassing them back, making sure they don't keep on pushing, try and go back to the base, go up onto tier 3, not quite happening. They just prefer to go back and just continue farming, get some more items up on the Lone Druid. He's now bidding for AC, he just needs a Hyperstone. And that is going to be quite a strong combo with the rest of their team. Of course, with Necro giving out that attack speed aura as well. Necronomicon I'm talking about there. And this could be a relocate onto this PL top lane. But nope, they're going to go and destroy these Ancients. Didn't want to go on that one. I guess they're not quite sure where he is actually.
Well, there are any illusions at the top, so probably.
And yep, that was not the real one. Mag just trying to fish him out.
We got PLs everywhere.
Jungle.
PLs are everywhere. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. But thankfully, he's not being spotted out this time with his split push. He's just farming up that jungle, which is a little bit safer than what he was doing before. Especially because hasn't been watered just yet in this late stages of the game.
Yes, that is right.
And wow, this Wisp building towards a heart. He's got most of it, and I'm not sure if that's also going to be hard on the Chaos Knight, maybe a Satanic.
We'll see.
They are getting very tanky, very hard to bring down, and they have a very tanky team with the lone druid as well, who's about 1,000 away from his hyperstone, which will give him AC. And they're TPing now. They think that no, they don't. They don't think that that's PL. No,
they know it's not PL.
They know it's not PL.
He's learned his lesson. He's staying in the jungle, sending his illusions into lane, trying to push back as much as they can.
And they just got so much pressure now on yellow solo mid. No, I don't know. He's got a lot of farm now though, up to 3k, and they had to get rid of the Aegis. Lost the Aegis.
It ran out. That's right.
It ran out, and I think that Roshan is going to be the next fight, unless the yellow solo mid just give it straight into butt buddies.
That will be interesting. We'll have to find out that. We've got looks like a minute and a half left.
And they're rotating now, just wanting to make sure that the PL isn't in jungle farming up. And in this time, he's just gone and bought himself a Reaver just to keep himself alive. But that means he does not have buyback if they decide to fight now. With a rotation coming up from yellow solo mid. And yep, telling everyone that you need to check your pick.
Maybe having some issues there, taking some rotation on the creeps in the bottom lane there.
Probably not intentional, but that's okay. And yeah, you can definitely see that they're just wanting to, save up for this Roche. And Mag, just joking.
Using the
true side of the Necronomicon.
That's right.
Just to check where the wards are, but they did not check this one. And so they obviously not quite sure. They don't have any Roche vision, but they probably know that they're going to go for Roche. But they don't quite know when. I think they're just going to have to let it fall, and that is the Hawk going down, so they have seen him. And Roche coming up.
So they've just taken out that extra ward there as well.
Yeah, and they just found it. Good old Necronomicon units.
Just in time.
Just before they died. Ran out of duration. And they're not doing so much split pushing anymore. Lone Druid's just still trying to get up enough farm. He's almost got it.
Always ready for a team fight. I think is this point in time.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually going to buy it. I think he's just going to save for buyback, just in case he gets picked off. Because if he gets out of position and roared, and that is very out of position. Oh no, it's not. It's just an illusion. Luckily, this PL is not going to just feed that easily. And this is just some of the mind games that you can play with PL. I mean, how do you know which one it is? I mean, you just have to lay down some AoE, but thankfully, that is what butt buddies have with the mag.
And the Enigma as well. His Death Pulse? Midnight Pulse. That's
Midnight Pulse. And that is Coddle just chucking up his ulti, just channeling Illuminate and wanting to let this mid lane drop so easily. And only hits on 3, or if you count the Spirit Bear. And that is AC up. He does buy out the AC. So he does not have buyback for this fight.
Now PL's just by himself on top lane. So if they get a relocate up, he could be in trouble here.
Or he could push down that tier 3.
Well,
tier 2.
That's what he wants to do, but...
Ping's coming out now. They realise that he's up there. And they're TPing.
Can its end be drawing?
So that's Magnus. And the relocate as well, but recall.
Recall. Whoa. That is something that they have not been doing, is recalling very well, and that is why you need to be able to do that, and that is great timing.
That was just on the end of the ultimate time of Spirit Form for Cold as well, so very lucky that he had that up.
I don't think he's been using it very much. I think it's very hard to utilise all of Coddle's spells, but that is the great power that comes out of Coddle, the relocate, as well as the Blinding Light, and the Illuminate spam. Just being able to walk away, not having to channel it. Hawk taking a little bit of damage there. And they're going to be trying to go back on this mid tower. And oh, that is not the real one. And that's an Assault Curious up to Beastmaster, so they're countering each other out.
And they're moving up now. Finally starting out the push.
And they're just going to try and open out on this tier 3 tower. And that is going to be a dead tier 3. Oh, unless they have Fortified. And that is almost a bear dead, and that is the bear dead, but he can resummon it. But that is the tower going down, Enigma taking that. And they're just going to have to be able to get rid of these racks now. And Enigma just jumping in on Nevity. Not what he wanted to do. Black hole forming on no one. Being stolen by the Rubik. Rubik is dying though, not getting off anything. And Beastmaster and Rubik falling there. Getting slightly caught out, not letting themselves initiate. And that is the racks down. Rubik buying back, coming back in. Trying to really stop this push into the base. But it's almost... Oh, and that is another kill on the Rubik, just dying out there. It's not really going to work. I think this push has just become unstoppable. And that's the power of the Lone Druid and the Wisp CK. Really hurt them with the ganks. And they're just being able to push out and having the team fight of Mag. It's just too powerful, and they call it. And that is the second game going for Butt Buddies. And that is going to be Butt Buddies advancing for the semi-finals of the Australian. A little bit of a more one-sided game, this one. And that seems to be the pattern, is that the first game they try to grind their feet a little bit, and then one team just kind of blows it out and just steamrolls over. But that is going to be a very, very quick couple of games, both lasting about 40 minutes. And poor Yellow Solo mid, knocked out, but I think they definitely held some good moments.
They had some very good moments.
Quite good ganking, lots of good denies, good team play, but unfortunately, that is Mag running inside of a head. Thanks guys for watching. If you guys were in the game watching us cast with that, or if you guys were just going to watch this on YouTube later, thanks guys. We're DDTDota. Check out our other videos on YouTube. This should be coming up on the Thursday, on the Friday maybe, and you will hear from us for the rest of the Australian games. If we get on everyone, it should be fun.
It will be good, no matter what.
It will be good, and we should be see some good games coming out there. And as I said, that's Butt Buddies advancing on, and Yellow Solo mid dropping out. We've been DDTDota, and that's all from us.
See ya.